So for today's Sundays with Suraj, I have Rohit Gali with me, the founder and CEO of Make Me Garden. So right now we're sitting in a new office, and the setup is in the front yard. What do we call this?
Yeah, veranda.
Veranda. Yeah, in the veranda of our office, where we'll have our garden coming up. Anyways, let's dive right into the thing I wanted to speak about. Rohit also doesn't know this. This is literally, I didn't even tell him what are we going to speak about. Honestly speaking, I myself don't know.
That's true.
Basically, I wanted to make a video probably once a week or once in 2 weeks about gardening, where we both speak about gardening, because the whole concept of Make Me Garden was coming through him. I did not know anything about gardening. So he was explaining a lot of things to me, and while I was out with clients, I understood a lot of things. So I thought, if you could talk something about gardening in general, for people to get an idea of what is this all about, it'll be helpful.
Okay, starting up gardening is a very simple thing according to me, because there are only few limitations for the people when they are trying to take up gardening.
Mm-hmm.
That they see first is the budget, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
and they're too lazy to overcome their fear of gardening. This is very true. There is fear. Gardening is fear for anybody.
But why?
Yeah, so the second, I'll answer the second point first.
Mm-hmm.
So the fear of gardening is that people think that it is going to fail, whatever it might be. That's the reason
True.
when you go to the market outside, you see low maintenance plants, succulent plants getting more response,
Yeah.
or plants that are sensitive, because we see that we have a lot of time, but what we fail in doing is we don't manage time. So plants become like your family member by end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
That if there is your child or your brother or somebody, you will have to give him some time so that he has that connection with you.
Right.
Similarly, your plant would definitely need that me time for itself, and as well as it wants to bond with you.
Mm-hmm.
So people fail to give that time, and that's the main reason that they don't go for gardening. They fear gardening. And other would definitely be budget. People are always concerned about budget. They'll hear somebody telling that I shelled a bomb of money on just making a small veranda for myself, but that's false. That's wrong, because there are a lot of people putting up videos on YouTube and all these areas saying that I just made my garden at 2000, 3000, and
Very
I think
true.
yeah, and they look absolutely beautiful. It's the partner or the guide whom you're choosing will make the entire thing.
It's like the partner who you choose to grow your garden with.
Yeah,
That is the factor. Like if somebody is guiding you wrong, it's like a sure shot that your garden is going to fail.
that's obvious.
You might as well go with somebody who is involved. So now let's come to the part of experiential. So in Make Me Garden, our USP was experiential gardening. Everybody was selling gardening. We were selling experiential gardening. So talk to me about that. Why experiential gardening?
I felt that every gardener, whomever we visit, like a native gardener, we talk to them, and they have an expression of doubt, confusion, and worry on their face. That's clear cut. It just says that they are worrying about how should I take this responsibility up, and they need some sort of pampering, care, and love, even when we are trying to help them out in gardening. So the concept of experiential gardening is we never try to show some high effort or something like this is a big deal or something. Whenever we go to a client's place, our face is always chill. We keep up with a very chill attitude.
Very true. To be honest, we go exactly like how we are dressed right now.
Exactly.
We don't overdress or nothing, just being ourselves.
And we don't try to create the drama that other people try to do, that saying that yeah, the garden is coming, you have to be very careful and all that. We try to keep the consumer at ease, totally at an ease.
See, the point is, we always say the practical thing, we don't sugarcoat it.
Exactly.
Like, sometimes you had a client who was like, yeah, I want to garden, but I have a dog who will run through the crops. So we were like, if your dog runs through the crops, they're 100% going to die. It's your responsibility that your dog doesn't run through the crops. Like, what can we do against it?
Exactly. So experiential gardening is nothing but it is enjoying the joy of gardening by end of the day. It is that even on our website it is mentioned that it is as good as 9 months of a journey a mother goes through. Similarly, it will be a 9 days of a journey where a gardener will go through. Similarly, we'll make it short and simple. So in 9 days, there'll be absolute roller coaster of emotions where day one you will put the seed in, you will water, it will be 3 days, 4 days, you will start worrying, oh, this plant is not coming up, what will I do? And after 4 to 5 days pass, a small root will be breaking up, a small shoot comes up from the ground, breaking the ground, and you will be completely in an excitement and you can't wait to see it grow. And after 9 days you see close to 3 to 4 inches of stem coming up, and you will be absolutely in joy, and you'll be sending us pictures. And after 21 days, completely after 21 days, you will get your beautiful crop, and you see our social media handles, and you will definitely know the joy. That is a different level of joy.
I'm not even kidding. The pictures we get, you look through the pictures, you understand that these people are actually enjoying it. See, all these pictures we actually never even asked them. Did you even ask a single client that sent me pictures?
No.
Maybe few, but most of them we never asked. They themselves sent.
Even that happened to happen with Sushmita Garu, Surat's own sister. So we never asked her
Sushmita
to.
Garu, right.
So we never happened to even ask her. She is the person who always keeps sharing her joy. Maybe she's a good marketer by end of the day, but she's definitely a good gardener as well, because she
I
has
think that is Mamu, not Sushmita.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah, marketer, yes. I think that.
But yeah, that's how the joy of gardening is, and only few people are able to experience this joy, and our aim is to spread this joy at a larger scale, in a grand.
Yes. As you were saying that, I got this one thought in my mind. It's like Sadhguru always said, I want to spread one drop of spirituality in everyone. And this thing is something similar. I want to spread gardening, small part,
Huh.
and on a large scale.
Yeah, that's very true, because we always try to encourage the customer in our own ways. Like they told, gardening is not in budget. Then we created a product called Herb Garden Kit. Then later they told this is very expensive. Then we created a product called as Pocket Garden. I think you might be knowing about it. And now we are coming up with something else again. We are thinking on how we can make it more easy, budgetable, and also at the same time a very happy situation for the client, where even a small plant coming up is a joy for them. So,
Yeah, at the end of the day, you get to eat a vegetable out of it. So why not?
definitely, I think everybody should go on, if not for even a vegetable, they should at least plan on having a herb. Because if you can have that in your soup or salad for today evening, I would be very happy that you're having something very
Dude, to be
natural.
honest, spinach is so easy to grow.
Very easy.
You can literally take it and then you can make a salad with spinach. Although I don't do it because I don't like it. But you can.
that, that's okay. It's just that you're giving it an attempt. Even if you don't like, I think whoever likes it, you can give it to them.
Yeah, whoever
They-
likes it, you can definitely give it to them.
and they will
I
like
gave it to my clients.
That's
Anu loved it the most.
exactly. So you got to have your options sorted, and I'm sure they are lovers for food anywhere. You can find anyone.
True that. So now all of this put aside, if a random person comes up to you, like somebody of our age, they come up to you and they're like, okay, I get the whole concept of growing food and eating, but why do I have to do it? I might as well go buy it from outside on the street market or any store. Why do I have to grow it in my house? Like, what would you say to that?
It would be as good as saying that it's all upon their trust level, like how much they are trusting the market, and how much they are willing to believe what is being given in the market. Because there are a lot of consumer researches, and there are a lot of awareness campaigns that are being run in the places like United States and in European countries, where people actually say that consuming outside food is very toxic.
Mm-hmm.
So, in spite of so many people alerting you and giving you awareness. It's totally upon you on choosing whether you want to stay safe or you're actually preferring to get into the risk zone. Because after this adulteration has come into the picture, there is a huge spike in cancer cases across the world. And
Why? Like adulteration causes cancer.
yes,
Got
like
it.
people actually don't believe this. If you see kids maturing at a very earlier age of their life, like a kid who's just 14 to 15 years is actually having beard hairs and mustache hairs.
I mean,
And
puberty
even
hits there.
no, actually, we are advancing the age level. We are
Okay.
actually preponing it.
Due to all the chemicals involved.
Yes.
Okay.
And women child are also maturing at a very early age compared to what it has to be.
Okay.
Because Indian culture has been observing it very cleanly and clearly since ages, and there is a huge shift in those scenarios now.
Okay.
So you can see that there is the minute and the root level reason is food, because whatever our health is definitely the major reason is food and water what we are consuming today, and our body has that elements which form the entire body. So people who are actually trying to look this or sideline this have to make sure that they are also consuming healthy from outside and have to be aware. They have to be aware consumers kind of it.
So, so the whole point is like, you don't have to grow completely from top to bottom at your place. A part of it, a part of it can be from your own house, so that you're not consuming a lot of chemicals or anything. You're anyways going to consume. You might as well balance it with some good amount of food. So I think the whole concept of why should I do it would be to save a damn life.
Yes,
Or to have a better life.
Yeah, and that's a good point what Suraj has brought up, saying that a part of it has to be our own grown food, and that's very right, because anything doesn't happen at a snap. We'll have to bring the lifestyle shift in a very healthy and conscious manner. Like start up with a little and grow big. That's as simple as that. Like start with spinach today, and tomorrow you will have your whole lot of vegetable basket grown at your home, because you will see the difference. When spinach tastes good over the outside spinach, you will love it, and slowly every vegetable will make it shift to home. So you will be a aware
That's
person.
that's actually very true. My sister had palakura pappu, and she was like, I could really taste the difference between the pappu which was cooked with outside with spinach and the one with homemade one.
Definitely.
Okay, so right now we have something called pocket garden, and I've actually seen this. The first person who, okay, what I'm going to say, the whole concept of the pocket garden is it's a small pocket sized garden which comes for 99 bucks. 99 bucks, which consists of a small coco peat, soil, and a seed packet in it. So I don't know what Rohit had plans for this entire pocket garden, but from what I saw, firstly, Mrinal, his mom was going over to her cousin's house, a relative's house, and she wanted to gift them something. So Mrinal was like, why don't you give pocket garden? And he purchased 6, I guess, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So I guess close to 6, and he took them. So their response was good, and I saw that happen, and we never really gave that much thought into it. But later on, I had an order from Suchi, my friend's mom. She started with 6, then called me up again, said 9, then 12, and then she's like 15, and she took 20.
Hmm.
20 or more?
25.
25. She took 25 pocket garden kits to gift on Varalakshmi Vrata.
This is something to talk about.
To gift on Varalakshmi Vrata. When I saw this happen, it was really interesting, because from what I saw, usually it was, I guess they call it tambulam.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
they give a written gift to the women.
something. They always give that, and to be honest, nobody utilizes it.
Right.
I have never seen it be utilized. I don't know about others.
They give this plastic boxes and steel plates, no? So they say, keep it at home. What's the
Yeah.
use of it?
Or they gift it to somebody else.
Somebody else. My mom did many a time.
So you have pocket garden here, which you can now gift. This is like a eco-friendly thing. And the moment this catches the trend, I'm just not happy that we'll make money, but I'm more happy that people knowingly or unknowingly will fight global warming and climate change.
That's
Everything starts at a very small step. Well, one magnified by, a million is a lot, and that's what we're trying to do.
Pocket Garden is really an interesting product in the entire product line, and there are like 2 to 3 company members who have also told me that why not you patent it? This is such a beautiful product. Because
Really?
yeah,
Who?
Sandeep and people they told me.
Damn.
Yeah, so
Sandeep is a smart one.
so yeah, they told why not you patent this idea because yeah, Pocket Garden is a beautiful concept because it's a gift, it's a written gift. It is it's just a token of love. Just like you give it, it has a very fresh appeal and people like it. I don't know. It was just done for the sake of gifting, just for the sake of gifting, or at least for co-working areas. So that was our plan, but ultimately taking this shift is surprising and it's an accidental product.
I love that thing. To be honest, we still didn't dive into it
Huh.
because Rohit had stumbled across some project
Huh.
which he's working really hard on.
Huh.
We won't be disclosing anything about that.
Huh, that's
Soon we will, but it's a very interesting project that I'll tell you.
yeah. That project will have a great wavelength and it is a clear cut projection of what we want our country to be like. So that's a interesting project. I'm sure people viewing this will also be part of this project.
Oh, now I understand the scale of it.
Yeah. So yeah, so it's going to be on a very massive scale, and it won't just be like a passing project. It will be something very impactful. You can count it.
Got it. Okay, so now I have an interesting question because this is a hard one.
Winter is
Winter
coming.
season. Yeah, winter is coming. So in winter season, usually what happens, Rohit? Winter season is actually a bad, I wouldn't say bad time, lower cash flow for any gardening company.
That's obvious.
However,
Huh.
I don't get affected by that.
Technically.
I set my own market.
Huh. That's true. Setting your own market is definitely good, and understanding the trend is also definitely good. So yeah, we'll try to make something in between these both lines, and that's always interesting. The results have been interesting. So yeah, why we don't have an winter market? Winter is a season where you will have low sunlight, cool air, and the weather is quite unpredictable at times. So people back off from having these winter crops. But what I can say is winter is no different technically. This a little awareness program out of the entire thing. It's just words of creating interest within you. So you can consider these words. Saying that winter is no different, people. It's just that you will have to have that mindset that whenever it is required, you should provide what the plant needs to it with respect to the season. Like for suppose if it is winter, it is no different for a farmer. Winter, summer, monsoon, he has to grow it for you.
Yeah,
So,
you get every single vegetable almost
Yeah.
every single month of the year.
Yeah, except for some fruits which are not available, they are season wise. So keeping fruits aside, herbs and vegetables are always available to you.
Right.
So what you have to plan is just that you have a good mindset in the first place. And what crops can you grow? You can grow almost every crop in winter as well. Herbs won't make any difference. Vegetables only few, like you could be that tomatoes may do up and down. Maybe lady's finger could be an up and down. So except keeping few things aside, you can happily garden all the vegetables and herbs you want, and we will tell you. And yeah, there's a little for the website as well. You can whichever winter crops you want.
This one, pay attention.
Yeah, so go to the seed chart in www.makemegarden.com. You can go to the seed chart, have a look at your winter crops. You have the list given for October, November, December, January, February. You will get the entire list and you can crop happily according to that. It's done out of research.
So in that, we basically suggest which crops are the best to grow. Now, if you do not want to listen to that advice, it's up to you. But that's our recommendation, and most of them always work.
Yeah. So we are here for you. Any season it might be, you can always call us up, call Suraj or hit us on the website. Anytime you can come down to us and we'll make sure that you have a great time. gardening, because any season is not a bad season and any time is not a bad time to start. It is just
Now
that
is the time.
keep that in mind, and you got to make the most of it. Let it be any season, because I think after COVID, I think you all should be pumped up to create a new industry, new market, and new trends in the market. So yeah, you will have to be the first one starting the trend right away.
Wow. By you, he means us only.
Yeah.
We are actually trying to do that, making gardening a trend for the younger generations. Not
Definitely.
just the older ones, but the younger generations.
Yeah, and as always, you see our website or it could be our social media handles. The content is exclusively for the millennials and the youth. It is not at all feasible for the elderly. Elderly will like us only for our expertise, nothing else than that.
I wouldn't agree with that, but okay.
That's true. It's
No,
just your social media though.
My perspective is that even older generation people enjoy the content we have,
Huh.
not just millennials.
They enjoy, seriously.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't
To be
know.
honest, on my WhatsApp, I have 90% of the response I get for Make Me Garden creatives are older generation people.
Oh, that's great. I didn't know that. Okay, so we are updated, dude. So then
It works.
It works.
Everything for a reason.
Yeah,
On
yeah.
Make Me Garden.
Yeah, that's great. That's a good point I got to learn today. Good learning to take away. So yeah, so we have everybody covered under us, and I'm sure you will have a ball of time. Start now, learn from now how to do it. I think we should be helping ourselves first, and then we can move on to helping the society by large. So let's help ourselves first, and then let's push on this wave to the bigger circles.
That's a very good statement and a point.
Uh-huh.
Thank you so much, Rohit, for coming on this episode of Sundays with Suraj.
No, this will come in.
They'll always be coming. This is just an introduction.
Yes.
So, where can they find you online? He's not there anywhere, so you'll obviously tell Make Me Garden. Tell where can they find Make Me Garden online.
Okay. You can find Make Me Garden on Google. Obviously, we all love Google for its reach response. And apart from that, you can find us on Facebook. Anywhere you find us is Make Me Garden, because we had that unique title always. We didn't mess up with other brands.
Guess what? We wanted Make My Garden, but that was taken. So Make Me Garden, and that's unique. It's
Yes.
available everywhere.
Uh,
So instead of, as Rohit is not answering, I'll just give you the answer myself.
uh,
We're there on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube.
uh,
Anything else?
yeah, LinkedIn also.
LinkedIn also, I don't know if I mentioned that. So I'll drop all the links down below. Go check it out. And thank you so much, Rohit, once again. We'll be seeing him soon.
Yes.